Runs from Luke Wright and Ed Joyce saw Sussex fight back strongly on the penultimate day of their crucial LV County Championship match with Middlesex at Lords, although they still have some work to do to save the game on the last day. Sussex began day 3 in a bit of a mess on 147 for 7 in reply to their hosts' 499 for 8 declared. They still needed a further 203 runs to avoid the follow-on, an impossible task even though Wright was able to convert his overnight 38 into a 50, getting there off his 74th delivery with a slightly streaky boundary off Tim Murtagh. It was the all-rounder's first 50 of the summer in what is just his second game after his stint in the IPL. He's achieved some remarkable things in his career to date, but seeing his side over the follow-on line would beat everything he's done. Not that he'd given up hope, as he and Will Beer kept the Middlesex attack at bay for more than an hour and a half. There is nothing worse than dropping Beer, and Middlesex managed to do that twice in the morning. Well, the second was actually only half a chance and wasn't really a proper opportunity offered off Ollie Rayner. It took Middlesex some 26 overs to finally get their man, as Beer edged a drive off Dexter behind after making 25. A camera problem then occurred as Sussex were dismissed for 222, Rayner taking 5 for 63, his first fifer for Middlesex, but everything was fixed to witness Luke Wells being trapped in front for a duck to the 6th ball of Sussex's second innings. At this stage, early on in the afternoon, it looked as if this game could be wrapped up with a day to spare. In spite of Wright's 77, Sussex had followed on a massive 277 runs behind, and they now had to bat for a very long time to try to save this match and keep their unbeaten record this summer alive. Chris Nash and Michael Yardy started to repair the damage, which had all been caused by a mid-innings collapse on the previous evening, which had seen Sussex slump from 47 for 1 to 117 for 7 in their first innings. This pair had taken the total to 67 in their second one before disaster struck. Nash on 36 took on an unnecessarily risky single and was short of his ground as Joe Denley hit the stumps directly. It was a fine piece of work which galvanised Middlesex. Denley then went up for a leg before appeal against Joyce, which was never out. But Yardy was before tea as he tried to pull James Harris, but top edged to give Chris Rogers a catch. Yardy was out for 41 after 2 hours of crease occupation, and he left with his side in a big hole on 85 for 3. Next in was Matt Pryor, the man at the centre of the big moment of controversy on the previous evening. This time he survived a big appeal, before controlling an edge to third man in what was something of a frenetic innings, as is often the case when the England man is batting. He's not in his best form at the moment, and he was out in a conventional way this time, mistiming a pull off Harris which carried straight to Murtagh at mid-on. With the best part of a session still to go, Sussex were still in real danger of losing this game quickly, but Joyce had different thoughts on his mind. It was his decision to field first after winning the toss, and his side had been on the back foot in this contest ever since. He, though, took on the responsibility, getting to yet another 50 in the process. Wright was now back in for his second knock of the day. He'd batted really well in the morning, and nothing had changed in the evening. He kept his composure, looking to attack whenever he was given the opportunity to do so. One thing he and Joyce did well was not to let Middlesex dictate things. Sussex know that runs are still important, there being too much time left in this match simply to try to bat it out. Wright was 2 runs shy of his second 50 of the match by the time that stumps were drawn, while Joyce, who rarely fails twice in the same game, had moved comfortably on to 75 by the end. He's been in the habit of getting out in the 90s so far this summer, but will hope to end that trend on the final day at Lords, which will begin with Sussex on 228 for 4 and now only 49 runs behind.